with the Three Calhoun Sisters Ranch, we began the process by kind of breaking my parents in early because they did not even have a living trust to address succession at all. So we first started having my parents work on the living trust, and we thought we were working it through and having, some of the information dealt with. But then when my father died, after my mother died, we did a little more. And then after my father died, we thought it would be just a smooth transition. Well, it really wasn't, as far as the legal documents and what have you. But I think because we had talked about it with each other, my sister and I seemed to work as a unit. We had a common goal, we wanted to keep the property. And so that was okay. But the details hadn't all been worked out, but it went much more smoothly than the other ranch.
This is a little long. Where are we in the transfer process? Just last week, we're working with 2 mediators, and Susie's husband has valiantly stepped up to help us in this transfer, as he's retired and has stepped up to the plate to help us as a representative for our side of the family. And I said last week, man, this is a teeth clencher. We're in like this point that is nerve-wracking. I started researching succession planning. We're trying to remember 12, 13, 14 years ago, when that term even came out, because when I brought it up to the family, nobody knew what it was. But I could see on the wall, the first transfer from our grandmother was the last one living, passed it on to our parents and siblings and a nephew, because one sibling had passed away. And that transfer didn't go well. Unfortunately, one uncle chose not to be a member of the LLC, so he was on the outs. And I saw the writing on the wall, and it's like, it's only going to get worse when 9 of us are involved. And so I started attending workshops. I read everything I could get my hands on. California Farm Links was the first workshop I attended. And what was so helpful is that it was the first time I realized we aren't alone. This is actually the norm, having problems passing your property down. And so we're about 5 to 6 years into we're actually trying, now that we've all inherited it, we're trying to divide the ranch into 2 parcels. And so that's kind of where we are now. And it's been really, really rough.
And I will add, there are actually 11 parties involved in this property. And the good thing about having my husband be a part of it is that he doesn't have the emotional ties that we all do. And he's able to look at it in more of a business perspective.